I guess some news real quick about Alex Cappa. I saw he came out of practice midway through.
Yeah, I mean, just a little, maybe a little strain. That's all. I'll let the head coach and the trainer dig in more there. Just a precautionary deal. So, no big deal.
You had a lot of moving parts last year. You were trying to kind of mesh. Has it been a little easier trying to mesh this group this year with at least a chunk of guys coming back?
From a standpoint that's less moving parts, yeah. But we're still getting that left side groove with communication and a good feel. And some of the other spots on that second and third group, those guys rotating around. But as far as the first group, the two tackles rotating on the right side, and then the left side, Landon being the new guys, getting those groove. But a little less moving parts than last year for sure.
I remember I asked you back when you signed Orlando how comfortable you'd be with Jonah playing at right tackle, and you were really confident. Has he delivered?
So far, he looks like he's been there for a few years. I'm impressed. I mean, hats off to him. It shows that he took the challenge and he worked on it every chance he could while he was rehabbing his knee. So, and he's a good player. He's athletic. He's a smart player. He's just grooving that power hand and that power foot. And my hat's off to him. It's really been a lot more seamless and smooth than I would anticipate for any guy. So it just shows the quality player that Jonah is. So I'm really excited about where he's at in his transition right now.
Is there a point in camp where you want to have that decision made on whether it's going to be Jackson or Jonah?
I mean, I'd love it to be day one of camp, but we're letting these guys compete. So we haven't gotten to the first preseason game, and we'd like to get those guys get through a couple games and get to play Green Bay on Wednesday in practice. So I think it's fair to both those guys to really up their game and compete against another team as opposed to our own. But so there's really no timetable on that.
What are you seeing, Frank, from the second and third units, and how is the competition shaping up there?
Yeah, I'm seeing less mistakes, less silly mistakes. Guys have been in the system. Older guys understand a little bit better. Just better overall communication amongst each other from the last couple of years because we've just got more veteran depth and more depth. Those young guys now have been in the system 2 and 3 years, so they know what's anticipated, what to expect from me. So that's what's really standing out for me with those second and third group guys.
What's a kid like Jackson Kirkman shown, and obviously how big are games for him?
Yeah, he was doing good early, and then we kept piling on the installs. His cup kind of ran over a little bit. So then he's kind of getting more settled back down a little bit and just learning some new things as far as finish aspects and protection, what to do against the rip and how to handle what a rake is, what a buckle is, what a stumble is from a finishing aspect. So just he's kind of calming himself down a little bit, sharpening his sword again. So we're not really heavy on the installs now. Now it's kind of more review. Now we're circling back and getting a little more detail on these techniques that we've been trying to harp on all the last couple of weeks. We're still working through that. Trey's been the guy, but Max is a guy that if he wants to add value to the team, he's got to be able to play a swing position. So last year when he came here, it was new, it was guard. This year it's guard center. So I'm trying to maximize his exposure to be able to show what he can do at both those spots, as well as Trey Hill, get more guard reps because he was so heavy center last year, show what he can do at both to see who can really be comfortable at both those spots for us.
Obviously, you have a good relationship with LC.
Yeah.
How is he progressing? How have you seen him work?
Yeah, he's been progressing and rehabbing. He's doing what he needs to do as far as it goes in the training room and weight room. He's in the meetings. He's dialed in. He likes to help coach some of these younger guys off to the side. He knows what I'm looking for and what we're teaching. He's been there for a while now, so that's great to see. He's locked in mentally, and until he can get there physically, we can go out here and do a little bit more with us. But he's as far as I know, he's progressing right along, at least with me, where he needs to be. So hopefully the physical stuff can show up a little sooner than later, We'll have to wait and see what the medical guys say.
How would you evaluate Jackson Kirkman so far?
He's having a good camp. He's showing a little bit of, like everybody, may have a down day, but he recovers from it the next day. He doesn't let it spiral out of control. He still jumps out as far as his athleticism and his power. He's getting a better understanding as far as what it means to be a tackle, from his adjustment standpoint in the game, from assignment standpoint, how to handle different movement and pressures and communicating better with his guard. That's all been positive. He just needs to get a little bit more from a consistency standpoint, kind of narrow that up and down play and just be a little bit more consistent.
What would you like to see? What are you looking for aside from consistency, especially in the preseason game and scrimmages? What do you want to see from him in terms of his Burke at this point?
I want to see from him what I want to see from everybody. Dominate and be consistent and be accountable to your teammates. Absolutely. Everybody's got that standard.
At media day, Zach said he'd be open to the starters maybe playing some in the preseason. Would you like to see your starting group get some snaps? Are you still having those conversations?
Yeah, whatever the head coach wants, I love. So, I mean, the more reps we could get live, game speed, because we don't get game speed, we get good practice speed, but it changes in game, and that's preseason game. And it's going to change again when we go regular.